Hello, everybody. My name is Ed. I'm in my armchair and the smoking lamp is lit. And today, I'm going to tell you about two very special pipes of mine. One I just got, and the other one I've had for a while, but I've never mentioned it. And I want to bring it to your attention just because I can. The first one is this guy right here. It is Calabash. Take a look at that. Beauteous. The stem, this part right here, that is whale spine. And it's actually a from a fossilized whale. Very unique. And according at the time, this was only the second pipe that Jason Mouton, had put it in. And to his understanding, he's the only one that's doing it. He has a few more pipes since then. So we got a briar, and we've got a briar. Look at this. It is just a gorgeous pipe. I've smoked it quite a few times already. And man, I love it. Also, the reason why this is so special, as I mentioned, J. Mouton. This was the first pipe I've ever commissioned. I had never even thought about commissioning a pipe, really until recently, and a lot of it with just paying attention to the YTPC. I'd heard about Jason Mouton, looked a little bit further into it, found him to be quite, remarkable as far as quality and care. So he had a pipe for sale that I saw that was like this, but it was smaller. But it had the whale spine, a gray stem, and it was gorgeous. So I actually contacted him as to what the price would be. He told it to me. And I decided I couldn't go with it simply because it's also a smaller bowl. And I didn't really want that. But when I kind of declined buying it, I mentioned, what I would love to have is a Calabash. A little bit bigger bowl. And he contacted me back saying, well, he can do that. He would love to do a Calabash because he doesn't do too many. So basically I told him to go for it. And this is what we've got. Again, just look at that. It is a gorgeous and well-made pipe. And Jason and I ended up talking on the phone quite a few times. What an incredibly nice guy. Really working with me to get it right as to what I wanted and what he could do. And it was great. And then part of this also was, yeah, a tamper with whale spine to match. And he put it in a nice little display. You have to say, I just love it. But yes, my first commissioned pipe. Very, very nice. I'm very proud. Now, I can't do that again, or not much. But it was a splurge. The next pipe is something I've had for a while. And let me show you to you. This guy right here. Now, what is so special about that? Well, one, now it is an eBay find, but it was trying a long time to get an eBay find. But this is a Dunhill. Classic, classic, classic shape. I mean, if there's only one pipe style ever made in the world, it would have to be the billiard shape, just like this. This is, to me, is the epitome of it. So it's a Dunhill. I did a fair amount of cleaning it up, doing the stem a lot, had to get a lot of junk off of it. Have a little bit, a little burn up at the top here. Got a lot of it out of there, but I don't really mind too much. I was more making sure that I want to have the, the stain, the original stain. I also got a tamper. Dunhill tamper fits in. I had this a long time ago, but it ends up perfectly matching. So my two special pipes both have their individual tampers with it. But the main thing for this pipe, I had heard about the possibility of having pipes that you could get the year on. And Dunhill happens to be a company that stamps their pipe that you can know what year it was made. And this is a 1950 pipe, my birth year. That's why I tried going for it. I simply went on to eBay and just put in 1950 and just went through everything they could find. For the most part, they constantly would just say 1950 to 1960s era, that kind of stuff for pipes. But this finally popped up, verified this was my birth year, and now I have a birth year pipe. And I just love it. So anyway, thanks for watching this part of it. And now a little bit of anyway, Anyway, my new favorite pipe, just in case you're wondering. But what did I love about Halloween? One thing that was really nice was I was through grade school and a little bit of high school in private Catholic schools. And the Catholics have All Saints Day, which is a holiday. So that gave me an extra day to recover, I would like to now tell you about my first Cuban cigar. Gotta go back a little bit. This is something like 35 years ago. I had a roommate. Him and I liked to smoke cigars. And at that time, our cigar smoking was inexpensive cigars. I mean, always had cigars at poker. And my house, even since college, had been the poker place. And I did that for until I moved out here. We smoked basic cigars. We loved that. And one day, we just started talking, and it's like we decided, let's go out and actually buy a premium cigar. Just 'cause. So we went out to my Edwards tobacco shop and bought 2 Don Diegos. Now this was probably 35 years ago, something of that nature. And I still remember they were $2 each. It's like outrageous amount of money, especially for, what I was making and he was making at the time. $2. I would love to have a Don Diego at $2 now. Um, we both got Churchills, and we went up to. I was living in Fort Collins, Colorado, which is it's nestled right by the foothills going into the Rocky Mountains. And there was a reservoir overlooking the town. And we got up there, and you have this beautiful place that just overlooked Fort Collins, and even further back, you can even see the lights of Greeley, which was quite a few miles away, because you're looking now into the plains if you look east. And we just smoked our Don Diegos and just talked and talked. It was just one of those memorable nights. Talked about a lot of stuff, your family, just everything going on. And just talked. Okay, so why did I mention that? Because it's very important. The next part is, many years later, I am now in the corporate offices in Denver, Colorado. My friend, he also had moved down to Denver also. And I was now starting to teach the register systems, the systems that the store managers have to use and everything for this company. And I had done that locally. This company was starting to expand a lot. And our new register system was going to be we're going to have a brand new store in Albuquerque, New Mexico. And I was going to go down there to set up the registers, or help set up the registers. I basically would test them after they'd been set up, and then give classes on it, and then back office classes. So this was going to be my first traveling teaching. So first time I'd ever had to go out of just the local area for a new store and stuff. And my manager, or my boss, the vice president of the company, he was an avid cigar smoker. In fact, actually, later I found out that he had basically financed a friend of his getting a tobacco distributorship in Mexico, and he sent him a box of cigars, not the one box, talking about box, every month, because this guy was such an avid cigar smoker, sorry. And what he found is any pipe or cigar that was not wrapped, did not have the ring on it, that was a Cuban. So he got usually about 10% of his cigars were Cubans. I'm about to go on this trip, and he comes up to me and he gives me a Cuban cigar. My first ever. And immediately what I thought of was my friend who I had tried my first premium cigars with. I have no idea if this was stupid, bold, whatever you want to call it. I asked the guy, the manager, I says, "This is really important to me. Can I have another Cuban cigar?" I have to share this with a friend because we've been going back so long smoking cigars. And he gave me one. Came back, went back to his office, back to my office. So now I had 2 Cuban cigars. Called up my friend, tell him to come on over to my place. And that night, we both had our Cuban cigars. And it was just heaven. So I hope you like that story, because both instances give me fond memories. So anyway, good night for now. So I hope you like this. And if you do, like and subscribe so that I know who's out there. And if you don't like, the Halloween gremlins are just going to take you away. Anyway, may your smoking lamp always be lit. And especially this Halloween, be safe out there. Take care. Bye.